Hi. Welcome back to Two Kims One Pod. I'm Peter Kim.
I'm your other host, Eunji Kim.
And this is the Patreon exclusive.
Woo.
We're going to give you 4 parts of Patreon for the price of 1, baby.
Look at this deal.
Look at this deal.
Back to school at savings.
Back to school, in the studio, and we get to spill some tea.
I can't wait.
Yeah, so, this first one I want to talk about, I'm actually quite embarrassed to say because...
Embarrassed? You?
I know. It's gotten that far.
I didn't know.
It's gone too far.
Yeah, I don't know. If you're still embarrassed by things.
Well, it's embarrassing because I kind of have a weird crush. You know when you have a crush and you're like, there's something about them that I don't like. I don't think they're particularly attractive, but there's a weird attraction to it. Not your type.
Sure.
But there's something pulling you towards them. So
that's all my crushes.
I've never had one like this.
Yeah, wow.
All my crushes were normal. I'm attracted to them and I'm attracted to them.
Okay.
This person I am not attracted to and I'm attracted to them.
Okay, you're getting deep. There's layers to you now. You're getting wiser. You're getting more mature. Okay.
And
so this is Peter talking about how he's not shallow anymore.
No, I didn't say that. I would never say that. So there's this guy named Carlos who works on Bobby Lee's podcast.
Yes.
Bad Friends.
Yes.
He is a weird looking hair. You know, kind of like a...
He looks like a thumb.
Goofy.
He looks like a thumb.
Yeah.
He's got a thumb face.
Thumb energy.
Yes.
And I was talking to Bobby and... I forgot what we were talking about. Something about, he's always asking me about gay sex.
Who, Bobby is?
Yeah. Because he's oddly intrigued, right?
Is it that odd?
No, it's not. So he always asks me, because I'm probably one of his only actual gay friends.
What do you mean actual? Everyone else is just kind of gay.
Yeah, stand-up gay.
Yeah.
You want to look at my balls?
Sure.
That kind of stuff. I don't know if he has actual gay friends.
I mean, given how long he's been in the industry and how long he's lived in LA, that's shocking to me.
Because he's only friends with comedians, and how many gay comedians are there?
It's true.
It's not like he's friends with Mateo Lane.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anyway, so I'm sure he has actor friends, but so he always asks me about gay sex, what's this like and what's that like and who tops and who very straight young trying to connect.
Yeah, sure.
Kind of way. It's
you like that? You like that in the butt? It feels good?
Yeah, I guess. Sure. I would never like that kind of stuff.
Sure.
So he's asking me about something, and I go, oh, that guy Carlos on your podcast. He's like, yeah, what? I'm like, he's kind of cute in a weird way.
Yeah.
There's something about him that's attractive to me.
What do you think it is?
It's the willingness to dive into the ugly.
Okay. You sense
the eyes are intense.
Okay.
And the hair, the bald in the middle is very intense.
Right. I mean, it's a sign of testosterone.
Is it?
Yeah, baldness means that there's an overproduction of testosterone.
You see this, honey? No testosterone here.
It's when sometimes.
Well, your husband's bald, mazel tov.
Yes, yeah, I guess.
I don't know.
But I mean, it's the reason why sometimes when trans people get on T, they start to bald.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, maybe that's it.
Yeah.
And I picked up on it, and
I mean, that's the reason why Stanley Tucci. There's a lot of bald men where it's a signaling to. There's something biological.
But there's a lot of bald men that are not testosterone-y.
Yes, of course, but it's it is it can also signal a level of virility for some reason.
Okay.
It's Vin Diesel.
Maybe I sniffed it. I've never met this person.
Yeah.
But we do follow each other on Instagram. So I see his stuff. Something
about the bald pate and the willingness to
just not care, about the way he looks.
So like you're like sensing the nasty in him.
Yeah, something like a sense of confidence.
Yeah.
That like I was into,
Right.
but without it being like conceited, because you still have no hair.
Right.
So
You still are nasty. You still are a thumb.
no.
It's
I
like
don't-
it's like how tech billionaires walk into any room and they're always like
Yeah, like Elon has
Yeah,
the swag.
yeah.
Although I find him absolutely just dreadful.
same.
but-
I do not. But like it's like how tech billionaires are always like dressed like trash.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you're in a lot of like those Silicon Valley sort of environments, you're supposed to look for the person that is dressed the worst.
dressed.
Yeah.
That's very LA too. Anyway, so he has that, and it's about and something about like his fucking like wide leg jeans that like are so. I don't know. There's something about him that's just like. It irks me,
Yeah.
but in a like sexual way.
It's like a burr in your
A sexual burn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like it's stuck to you. in
It
some
stuck to me, and I was
Yeah.
like, so I was like, describing that. I was like, oh yeah, I find your friend attractive in a weird way,
Mm-hmm.
and he was like, oh yeah, and I was like, yeah, it's something about the bald head. He was like, oh no, but you should look at his ass, and I was like, what?
What?
It's like he has the most perfect ass in the world, and I was like, oh
Okay.
really?
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
What?
he's like, "Are you into that?" And I was like, "Well, you know, I
Yeah.
top now." And
Yeah.
he was like, "What? You're a top now? What does that mean?" Blah blah. And like, okay, now you're coming. And I was like, I was always coming.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about? He's like, "Wait, how do you come if you're a bottom?" And I was like, "Well, you're either like jerking off."
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh, so you have to like jerk off. You can't just like come as a bottom." I was like, "No, I mean, if you
Yeah.
get the prostate, you're just like spraying everywhere."
Yeah. If you're
And-
being milked properly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he heard that and he started going like, like he started like speaking in tongues and like speaking in a different, I think it was Tagalog actually. Like he started, like he didn't want to hear it. He started like just being very, I don't know, idiotic about it.
Yeah.
And he was like, okay, I don't want to hear this. I got to go. Bye. And he hangs up.
Yeah.
On your birthday,
Uh-huh.
the boat trip,
Yeah.
we go out on the boat, we come back, everyone's eating and stuff. He calls me. So I like excuse myself and I take the phone
I
call.
wonder where you were. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, so yeah, I
I thought you went to the bathroom.
no, I just like went around the side and I was like, "What's up?"
Yeah.
Because I thought it was about Kim Spa, and he goes, "Hey, you're on Bad Friends," and I'm like, "Right now?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah. I just want you to tell that story about what you told me about like what did you think of Carlos?" And I was like,
Oh my
my
God.
what the fuck,
Yeah.
Bobby?" And he was like, No, just be honest. Like, you think he's hot, right? And I was like, "Are you serious? You're doing this to me right now?" And
Yeah.
he was like, "No, I just want to confirm. Like, you think Carlos is hot, right? Like, you're into him." And I was like, "Okay, I admit I said blah blah
Yeah.
blah." But you're the one who talked about his ass and how plump it was
Yeah.
and blah, blah. And I started like turning it around.
Yeah.
He was like, okay. We got to stop talking. And I was like, wait, hold on. One more thing.
Yeah.
Why were you speaking that weird language? And he said that he felt like it was so shocking to him that he felt like he needed to stop thinking about it or else he would be enticed to get it milked. And I was like, go get it
Go milked. Yeah.
Honey, go live your life.
Yeah. You're not doing drugs anymore. You're not.
Get the prostate milked, honey. Like,
Yeah.
what
Let's
are you
get
waiting
high.
for?
Let's get high on sex.
Anyway, so that was just a quick story that recently happened and how now I'm embarrassed because not just he knows, but they did a whole like podcast segment about it. So now I could see him reacting. You know what I mean? Like this
Wait.
is so like meta.
Wait, was Carlos in the studio?
Yes.
What did he say anything?
I couldn't hear. I only heard Bobby. Like I hear them like laughing in the background, but like
Sure.
I didn't. I was only talking to Bobby.
Yeah.
And I guess he had me on like whatever. But so that's embarrassing. And
I mean, yeah. I mean, that is sort of liking someone that's sort of non-traditionally attractive. I think is actually kind of a feather in your cap. That like always to me implies like, oh, this person has depth. This person
Okay.
is intellectual.
okay, just because I go for people that are not hot.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like I've gone for people that are not hot.
So then, what about him specifically was so embarrassing?
Like I might not think you're hot, but I'm still attracted to you. Like
Sure.
this person, I'm not even like actually like attracted to. You know, there's just like a thing about him that's like piquing my like sexual interest. But it's not someone I would just like normally think is attractive. I'm sure some girls think he's attractive. I don't know.
I don't think he's
You
he's two thumb.
You don't see it?
No, he's
See?
two thumb.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. And there's also but I have liked men like this.
Okay.
I only like men that are unattractive.
Okay, you're so deep. We get it. You read Russian literature.
But every woman I've ever been attracted to is classically beautiful.
Conventional.
Yeah. Like I am like shallow in that way. Maybe I'm a misogynist, but like you know.
Probably. Considering our parents. Yeah.
Like there is something about it where, yeah, like the men, but something about him, not specifically. I do like I like the thing that you're talking about where it's like they're nasty, like something where you're like, there's something about like
smelly?
it's not smelly, but like this willingness to engage with
Like punk. Kinda
Yeah. Like doesn't care about that sort of thing. Doesn't care
Yeah.
about his appearance in this way. Doesn't care about like that is appealing, but he feels a little too. There is an autistic that is just right, and he's maybe a little too far.
Too far. A little too. 2 steps too far.
2 steps too far. Because there is an autism that to me is like just right.
Just right. Yeah.
So
Goldilocks zone.
like I don't. But that's exciting. When is this episode going to come out? Do you know?
I don't know. I'm sure they're like banking a bunch, but now I'm like we're IG friends, so like now I'm just like afraid to even like look at his story because you can tell like someone has looked at your story now. You know, like
Yes.
it's just like I don't know. I get Bobby did it for the like comedy of it,
Of
and
course.
like I'm game if it's funny, but like
But there's some of
like
it is,
awkward now.
but it's also some of it is so juvenile.
it's all so juvenile. It's Bobby.
But I mean, like it to be 50 and to like it to me it seems so exhausting.
I know. I mean, I'm sure he's like energized by fucking. It's just caffeine, nonstop caffeine, and like IG endorphins, I guess, or something like that.
Because to me, like to hear that about the possibility of your prostate being able to be milked, and he was like, oh, too weird. I was like, that's
Well, he's fully Gen X.
yeah.
That's a very Gen X thing
But he also loves to play with the idea that he is possibly gay.
for the comedy.
Yeah,
He thinks like that's so funny, you know, like
that someone could be gay.
that he could be gay.
It's not funny.
That it's for Gen X. You know what I mean? Like it's not for us, but the generation before us, that was the punchline.
Right. That
I mean, all of Jim Carrey's movies, all of
Yes.
fucking what are the brothers?
Fairly
Brothers.
Yes.
Gay, trans. That was the joke. That's like Gen X to the T.
Yeah.
You know, so like, I get it, but it doesn't mean it's good.
But yeah, I mean, I guess even in like current culture, it feels so far away.
They're not in current culture.
Yeah.
It's not current. That's like the whole vibe.
I was talking to a student today, and she was telling me about Dan, like this Dan and Phil, like this like YouTube duo. Yeah, and they're going on a huge tour, and how like all of their fan base is like they've been on YouTube since like 2013.
Whoa.
Yeah. So
OGs.
And like they were in their 20s in 2013, and it was like a huge thing of speculation about whether or not they were gay. And they're both gay.
Oh.
And they're both like, but it was even then it was like a thing that they had to come out in their 20s.
Yeah.
Like you forget.
It hasn't been that long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You really do forget.
Yeah. I know.
Because like now you're like shocked when I'm like, oh, you're just like straight?
Do you know how This is how I know we haven't changed much. If I rarely do this, but in more conservative towns, / if I really need like a bump at the beginning of my set, like where like just introducing me won't be enough. It'll be like, what?
Yeah.
Who is this fucking gay Asian? You know, like I do have a fail safe opening line, and it literally always 10 out of 10 times works, and it shows you how little we've come. You want to know what it is?
Yeah.
I come out and I go, "What's up, everybody? It's me, K. Bobby Lee," and then people go, "Ah!" And then I go, "No, I'm just kidding. That's redundant." And they're like, "Ah." And it's like that is the same punchline.
Yeah.
Like I'm the gay version of this.
Yes.
But like, and then, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
But it still gets like a huge.
Yeah, because can you believe gay?
Yeah. It's like, that's different.
And
Oh
wrong.
my God, I did it again. Oops. All right. Thank you for joining for this part of the Patreon. We'll
Gay.
see you on the next one, gays.
Bye. Ally.